Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. Week 6 of the NFL. Got a best bet of the weekend coming to you in 1 second. I'm stoked about this pick, so I hope you like it as well. Off a win last weekend of the best bet, off of 4 straight winning weeks in the NFL. It's been great so far. Looking to keep that rolling. Want to make it 5 straight weeks of the NFL. And that's coming off a winning season last year, profitable in betting, as well as winning playoffs last year in betting. And then my picks for the preseason in NFL bet was profitable as well, went 6-3. And now here in the season, we are profitable. So if there's one thing to follow from me, it is football, NFL on my Sunday, my best bets. Also, patreon.com/Phi Farley has the rest of my plays. They're all going to be posted over there. It is, it's a steal. It's great. If you're struggling in the NFL, I recommend just checking those out. It's Phi Farley, patreon.com/Phi Farley. Take a second and do so. And for those of you who are on there, man, I really, really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I do. It means a lot. So it just shows that, the hard work is appreciated by someone out there. So thank you for that. All right, so we're coming off a win last week. Had the under on the Patriots. Nice win there. Took the under as well over on Patreon and should have won but did not. So I'm looking to get a few games back here on Sunday. I will have a Monday night play. That's going to be out. And I should probably have 2 or 3 on Sunday. Keep in mind this week is a very high level of contrarian sharp money. So there's a lot of public and a lot of sharp money on the other side. Some of which I agree with, some of which I don't. I'll tell you right now, one that makes me nervous, and I will be staying away, is the Seahawks on the road at Cleveland. Most everything says go contrarian. All public money is on Seattle. Meanwhile, sharp money is over on Cleveland. This is a great spot for Cleveland to get a win. However, Seattle is beginning to be an anomaly, much like the New England Patriots. Now, I know they're not on the same level. They're not. They are not on the same level. However, they are similar. And at times when sharper money, like is in the Arizona game, was coming in on Arizona, Seattle outperforms the market and ends up getting a cover. So in this case, we may have a spot where Seattle actually goes with the public side of it and outdoes the market. I would just beware when it comes to that game, that one game in particular. Now, there are many other games, including my best bet, that are contrarian to the public money and is going to be on the sharp side of things. So here we go. Let's talk about the best bet of the weekend for the NFL. We're going to Jacksonville, New Orleans Saints coming into town. Now, everyone's on the New Orleans Saints. With Teddy Bridgewater, the last 3, they've been not only winning, they've covered the spread in the last 3 games, 3-0 against the spread. They've been covering since they left L.A. and played the Rams. So there's a lot of hype over on the New Orleans Saints. In fact, 78% of the tickets on the Saints. Well, that's great. That is great. I love that. 78% of the tickets on the Saints. Meanwhile, 58% of the money is over on the Jaguars. There's a couple reasons why. So when we look at the Saints, one of their games was very misleading. That was up in Seattle. They were outgained to a 2-to-1 ratio against the Seahawks. 2-to-1. They were beat by all other potential categories except for the turnover battle, which if you follow, turnover battle will dictate the outcome of a game over 70% of the time. You win in the turnover battle, you're going to win the game. So they won the turnover battle. They did win that game. They also had a special teams touchdown. But if we factor in how they played in that game, they got walloped by the Rams. They by yardage gained, and by how the game went, they got walloped by Seattle as well. This is their 3rd road game. Now, they just came off big game against the Rams, big revenge of the playoffs against the Rams, big game up in Seattle. We got Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys, of which was a defensive battle. Great, I actually won very well on that one. And then we have a divisional game at home against the Buccaneers. Now we go on the road to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is there a lot to get up for here? It's non-divisional. It's non-conference. It really doesn't mean a ton. And then we have the Bears in conference coming up after this. I don't think this is a game in which New Orleans is going to get up for it. New Orleans is going to let their followers down. It's coming. I believe it's coming this weekend. So I'm going to be fading that. Meanwhile, Jacksonville, since Minshew has taken over at quarterback, they're loading up 400 plus yards a game. They're Deacon and Duncan their passes. They're running the ball with Leonard Fournette. Fournette is the third leading rusher in the NFL right now. They pound the football. But then they also dump it with Minshew. It's a nice little dynamic they have with their receivers. They don't have a lot of deep threats. They do have a lot of shifty receivers, though, that can catch these 5 to 10 yard passes. And so this creates a tough matchup because you know who else does that? The Rams. The Rams absolutely held the control of the ball against the Saints by Deacon and dunking it down the field. Now they're playing a similar opponent on the road in what I think is a flat spot. So I'm going to lay the 1.5 points. Some places have 1, but I'll go with the high side. If you have it at 1.5, I'll lay the 1.5 with the home team, Jacksonville Jaguars. Best bet going against the New Orleans Saints. I'm sorry to 78% of you who's over on the Saints side, because this weekend I don't think you cash your tickets. So give me the Jaguars, best bet. Good luck, everyone. Don't forget to follow me, patreon.com/Phi Farley. You can follow me at Twitter, @Phi Farley. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. I appreciate it. Good luck. We'll see you again soon.